It's a beautiful morning at Lavana, and I am meeting a vet woman. Today, I'm having a candid conversation with Sandrine, who boldly embodies the spirit of never stopping, of embracing cycles in her community. Thank you to Lavana for hosting us. We couldn't think of a better space to hold these conversations. I'm Tecla, and I'll be taking you through these series, through conversation, through visuals, and through narration.
Back then they used to have kakanu kahan
Yeah.
kurujamas, because now that I'm plant mom, I'm like, is it too much? Is it too much for like doing this? Also, this is weighing more than my weight. I'm just a girl.
You just,
Aww. This is nice actually.
right?
Yeah.
Cute little activity.
Yeah. Ouch.
You have to do that angle.
Yeah. But not too much water.
Not too much.
Yeah.
You say this is a metaphor for friendships.
Huh. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it depends. I'll say it is, but you have to pour something into the friendships.
Yeah.
You see? Because if I give you time, I'm not expecting time back from you. That's something that I'm learning. No expectations, but I'm giving you. So I'm pouring into you. But I know that at the end, you are also going to pour into me.
Maybe not the same.
So maybe not the same thing,
Yeah.
but there's going to be some pouring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Give
it's
and take.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's also about growth, be it in friendships,
Yeah.
because if it's a positive thing, right? We are all pouring into each other and we are growing together.
Yeah.
This is for me where it's not just me hyping you up, it's also me calling you out and
Yes.
you're calling me out. And we are arguing. It's not always about, oh yeah, frenzy. But it's fun and it's uncomfortable. I feel like friendship is very uncomfortable. Maybe on the outside, it looks like it should be comfortable. But anything that is real, it's not necessarily comfortable. There are phases to everything.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
Absolutely. Speaking of phases, what phase do you think you're in your life right now? Do you want to take time to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
To be honest, I think I'm in the phase of, how do you call it? I would say I'm in the phase of stillness, which is very difficult. So I'm realizing that that's what I want. That's what I'm aspiring to get to, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the phase that I would say I want to get to. So I'm kind of manifesting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be still.
Yeah.
And this is because with everyday life, there's chaos everywhere. And I would say I want to be still, be it in friendships, be it in my relationships, everywhere. I've always believed in love. I've always been a person that I think, who cares? Probably even too much.
Yeah.
But I also know I'm a person on the outside that everyone is going to look at and be like, oh, she's a bitch. But like, I would like to be still, even be still in the moments that I'm not liking, because I realized that I struggled with that. I wouldn't be still, or I'm probably not there yet when I'm struggling. But I would like to be there.
Yeah.
So I think it's a whole phase of something, be still, be grateful, don't just jump to another thing the next second. Yeah, I think that's the phase that I need. Accepting that I can actually be still.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also struggle with that.
You know, it's funny. It looked to me, at least, like you're very good at being still, being calm in all situations.
I think that's my phase.
Yeah.
To be honest, you're not the first person to tell me that. I think because of there are so many situations in life, you go through so many things that you kind of become numb to so many things that even when like a crazy situation is happening, you seem calm, but inside you're not. There's fire. But because you are used to maybe doing things by yourself all the time, you're not a person who's used to getting help. They're like, yeah, I have to deal with this, so I would rather look like I'm calm in this situation than panic. But you know, inside you're dying. Yeah, so I think that that's why I'm talking about like stillness and accepting that I can be. To me, it also means that I'm learning to accept that I need help, which is very hard for me.
Yeah.
But I do need help. Like, I have to tell myself it's okay to need help and it's okay to ask for it, which is a whole other thing. Now, if you go to asking for a person who wants to look like, oh, I've got it all covered, I don't need help, I don't, all those things. But again, it goes back to the first thing about like friendship and all these things. How do I open up? How am I vulnerable? Because I realized that I choose to be vulnerable in some moments, and then some other moments I'm like, no.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not with these people.
Yeah.
In this setting.
Yeah. So I think that's where I am. There's another one here. Yeah. Like here. Oh, it's just someone.
I love those. What do you call these flowers? What do you call these flowers?
I don't know the name, but I have it at home. I have it at home, but I don't know how they are called. You know, these types of flowers remind me of my childhood.
How come?
So we used to have a neighbor, and they were so fond of flowers. I think I was just little, but I remember they had all of these, and we used to go to their house to play. And I just remember, like, I don't know, I no longer see that anymore. But you see, like, the houses, and then kuruji or something, they're like just flowers, and they're the ones that are going like this.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it reminds me of that time when I was innocent. You know, without a care in the world.
Yes. No
where there were no bills. And I think that's why I had to, I think that's why I liked it to be even in my house. This one. What cycle are you in? What would you say?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in my acceptance phase, accepting things as they are, as they come, people as they are, and as they come.
Is it easy?
Absolutely not. No. It is not easy at all. But it has to be done. You know?
It has to be done.
Yeah.
I think everything has to be done. But it's just so difficult. There was a moment that I thought that I was at that stage of accepting things as they are. But then I realized, so when you're lying to yourself, you're not there yet. There's still some work internally that you also have to do.
Yeah.
First of all, even accepting yourself, because there was a time that I was just going with the flow. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to accept you as you are. I'm going to do this. But in my case, I would say I risked not knowing myself fully. Like I was not fully aware of who I was. And I think for me, that phase was probably the hardest because it showed my true colors. You know, like I can't accept another person as they are if I was also like that time still struggling to even find myself. So I had to do that work for me to be able to actually even extend grace to people because I realized I was not even extending grace to myself. So it was a bit difficult for me. That's why I was asking, is it easy? Because I know it's
not.
it's very difficult.
Hadja, you're francophone too. La charité commence à la maison.
À la maison, where it's fun. It's fun to be yourself, but it's difficult. It's a lot of work. Yeah.
But once you get there,
it's liberating.
So yes.
Liberating.
Yes.
No, for a person, I think about entrepreneurs, and I'm like, maybe they think like that sometimes.
Yeah.
To be able to do your own thing, like it's not. I have to be free. Let me do it the way that I want. Let me create the way that I want. As a creative, you're a creative.
Yeah.
Maybe that is also something that you think about. I need to find all the layers to my creativity and I'm going to explore. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
After gardening, which was such a beautiful experience, we went to have a seat and continue our conversation.
We're just gonna flip, and then make something of it.
I like tea, by the way. That's why.
Yeah. I love tea too, but girl, if it's morning time,
that's tea.
No,
that's coffee.
Yeah.
No, I don't do coffee.
Why not?
You have reputation.
I
think there was a time was it in senior one? I was very young. I took coffee, and then probably the next 2 days I took some coca. My heart was pounding. I had to go to the hospital. Let's slow down.
From that
yeah. First, there were a doctor, then they told me to slow down. I tried again, and then that's when I realized maybe coffee is not meant for you. So I get bullied because I'm not a coffee drinker. Like
who's bullying you?
Like everyone in a corporate world.
Corporate.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like it's a trend.
It is.
It's like
I need my coffee.
Yeah, I need my coffee and my mat.
Yeah.
But it looks nice.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about being free in your forms of expression, right?
Yeah.
It looks like excited. And I was gonna say, there's that aspect, right? When in creating content and being creative and whatnot, where you have the freedom to do what you want, but in this world, in this day and age, you have to create things that are marketable. If you want to make it,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they tell you. There's obviously other lines of thinking that involve just like allowing the universe to do its thing, which is great, but it's so hard. But yeah, I do feel like the world nowadays shapes what a lot of people create.
And I think it's sad.
Yeah.
And I think it's also not about even like creation as in creativity. It's in every other thing that's still. I have to think about what someone else is going to think of me, what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So the freedom that we think we have sometimes feels non-existent.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing of stillness for me and your thing of acceptance, I think it gives me peace to say to myself, you know what, the world is going to shape all these things, but at least I'm going to keep pushing myself to also do the things that I love. And it's hard, as you're saying, it's really hard. But yeah, the world is going to push me. I'm also going to push myself. So I don't know where it will go. But it has to work.
It has.
It has to work. And I think for me, when it comes to creation, back then, probably maybe 5 years ago, I would have been one of those people that are kind of telling you or expecting a certain image in your creation. But now, I think it also comes back to the values. What do you actually believe in? What do you want to do for yourself? And I'm just going to accept that I'm different from Teta, and Teta's going to give me this thing. And she's also not going to expect the same thing from me if I'm going to decide to create. So I think creation it's a creation, and we are all different. Everyone is unique. I have something to give. You have something to give. Sometimes both our things can collide, but it's not a must.
Yeah.
And I think the world sometimes wants us to think the same way, which is not very think the same way. If you're not doing the processes as I want, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
I know the people that are into corporate world, they know that. If you're not giving me an idea in a way that I want, then that's not right. And to me, that's not creation, that's not creativity. And maybe that's also the freedom you need. If I'm deciding now in this, I feel like, again, it comes up to a point of letting some things go. However hard it is, because it's very hard. If you're used to doing something a certain way, and then now you're in that process, okay, it still means it's accepting things as they are. That means you're letting go of some things, at least to me. So if I'm in that process of letting go, it's sad. Letting go of people, letting go of even some parts of yourself for you, to create some other parts of yourself.
Yeah. Because the way you were brought up, it reflects a lot on your daily life. If you want to leave some habits behind, you really have to go back to that child and be like, all right, let's not do this like this anymore. Yeah.
That's why sometimes it's difficult when you're in therapy and you go back to your childhood. You're like, oh, I didn't know this was a whole symptom now that I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But it is. But letting go is hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
However, it's freeing at the end, but it's hard. Yeah. I think I'm at a point, I don't know where you are, you'll tell me, but I think I'm at a point where I'm learning to let go. Learning. Compared to the last 2 years, I'm better, way better. Yeah. But I'm still learning to let go. There are things, even about myself, I was so surprised. Sometimes you do like a self-evaluation, like, oh, you actually did that. You wanted this thing to change, and you did. You wanted to experience this certain emotion, and you're actually experiencing this certain emotion. Like, okay, I can do this. And I think that's why even the universe is like, okay, let me keep giving you so many games for you to solve, the puzzles. You start with the easy one, and then medium, and then there's hard. That's why you break down. And then you pull yourself together again and you keep going. I think it also applies even to creation.
Yeah.
You have phases.
Absolutely. Girl, the letting go thing it's so tough. Because, like, again, how you were brought up, no one tells you how to do this, right? And so I think it was last year that I thought, okay, I've become good at this letting go thing. But now I'm realizing, oh no, I'm just avoidant now.
Oh.
It's like, I'm not accepting that I'm setting this thing free, this idea, this situation or whatever. I'm just fully avoiding it. Like, okay, it doesn't exist to me. Bye. And that's another thing that I have to undo.
That's another thing. Ah.
Yeah. And
Mm.
life.
You know, when you
It
get to a
cycles.
point, yeah, when you get to a point where you're becoming avoidant,
Yeah.
it looks beautiful to you because you are empowered. You
Yeah.
tell yourself, "Oh, I'm cool. I'm good. I
Look
don't
at me,
care
look
about
at
that. Look
me,
at
not
me. I don't
caring."
care, but I'm
Yeah.
actually carrying so much."
There's so much energy going into that thing that you're not noticing. Yeah. Because you're actively avoiding it. You're actively saying it.
You are
doesn't
working on
exist.
avoiding it.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
But I think that's also where, if you have a good community, I believe in community.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's also very hard for me to show up probably the way that my community expects me to show up, because I have my phases where I'm probably going to be avoidant or just want to be in my room, and I call it recharge. It's not always recharge, but I believe in community, and I think in those moments, that's where your community, like your support system comes in. And that's why I also believe in pouring into people, like the good things, because there's going to be times where these people are going to actually save you.
Yeah.
They are going to save you.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend, like they used to tell me, there's actually a time that you did this and did this and did this, and that saved me. And to me, when they would tell me that, I don't know if it's cringe, but I would be like, what? It was just a conversation. Why are you being dramatic? But I couldn't tell them that until later on that I had to sit down and I was like, okay, clearly that one conversation made the change.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it at the time. That is also something about, like, being aware of what you're capable of or not. Until the same thing kind of happened to me. Not the exact same situation, but people save you in so different ways. You don't have to be drowning, but they save you. Like the community is there. Sometimes the community, again, it's also uncomfortable, because you're choosing to be with these people, or these people are adopting you because you're alone now. But it's there, and I love it. Yeah. Sometimes I hate it because I'm like, oh, let me just be with myself.
Yeah.
But it's good. It serves you. I love it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to being free, creation, what the world wants us to be versus what we actually want to be, I don't know, it's a whole cycle of these things, and then it's just tiny me that has to figure everything out. So
it's like a Venn diagram.
sometimes
It's like overwhelming.
yeah, it's overwhelming. But I think, again, it's necessary. I have to go sometimes to go through these things, however difficult they are, for me to discover myself. Yeah, because I still feel like I'm still discovering myself at my big age.
That never stops, It never stops. Because you figure out one part of yourself, and then the next one,
and the next one is different.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
When you're working on yourself, you're very much like, I'm going to do this. There are some habits that are changing. I'm doing good, but then the next step.
Yeah. And it's always a step. There's
always a step. One of those is tiring, but that's what I'm saying. Community also serves you. You also come back to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's cycles of rest where your body's like, hey, let's rest. Then you have to listen to it. And I guess
when the body is posting you.
Yep.
But how do you think that with the conversation and what the world, I feel like the world doesn't want us to rest. So how do you do that?
It's hard. very hard. Because the world does not want you to slow down. Like they always want to see how much they can get from you, how much work they can get from you, how much dedication and stuff. But it's really, even if you look at nature, it takes time to rest, right? Like the season.
Yeah.
There's seasons of like, okay, we just garden. Let's take that example. There's seasons of things growing, and there's seasons of them just not growing, like specific plants, right? Every single one has its time. And it's like, if nature understands, why can't we?
Yeah.
Like people back then, before all this mass manufacturing and stuff, they understood that, okay, this is banana season, for example, right? They built around that, right? They understood that, okay, this is corn season, this is da da da. And then they built whole diets around how nature evolves.
We don't understand. Like we
And
don't.
now look at us. Yeah. We only take like a week off and you think, good to go. No.
I don't think you take a week off. I think t'es obligé. But we are now conditioned to take that and feel satisfied with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. You know, even with grief, you lose a person, and if you're working in an environment, they just give you maybe 4 days.
Yeah. Which is messed up. Because that's not how grief is like.
Yeah. You know. So I feel like we are conditioned to think a certain way. And I feel like at some point the world is succeeding because maybe you're taking even that week off and the heart is pounding, you're thinking about work or, why?
Yeah.
So I think in the moment of stillness and letting go, that is also something that, to me at least, I'm learning to let go. It's not always about me being active. It's okay to actually be inactive.
Yeah.
And I was meant to ask you, do you believe in I don't know if it's a process, I don't know how to call it, but do you believe in always growing? We're talking about growth. I feel like for some people, at least to me sometimes, I used to feel that I have to keep growing into so many things. I have to make changes every day. So I don't think right now I feel like that, because I realized I wasn't giving myself time to actually feel. So I'm obsessed. It's like the whole thing of being active in being avoidant,
Yeah.
So I was very active in doing better for myself, that I kind of forgot to live in the moments. I forgot to be grateful in the moments. I forgot to see, even admire just simple things. Like for me, the beauty of life is not about all things. There's so many beautiful small things that you can just see.
Yeah.
And your heart is light.
It's all the details.
Yeah. So I feel like I no longer, maybe it will change, but I feel like I no longer believe in, I need to always do something to be better. There are times that, of course, you have to be better as a person, as a friend. But there are times that you need to just rest.
Just be.
Also allow yourself to feel.
Yes.
That's very important because, especially like with grief and all these other emotions that are deemed negative, they're just emotions. You have the positive ones, there are also these ones, but they are all emotions. They make us who we are. I think sometimes it's very important for everyone, for me, to feel it's okay to be angry.
For sure. It's like that feeling is there for a reason. Release it.
Because why am I fighting on try not to be angry? When I feel the rage.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say about perceived growth.
Yeah.
And like feeling like, okay, I need to actively be working on something at all times. That on par with like, I need to not be angry. That's performative. However well you mean it, that's performative.
It's very performance. You're not allowing yourself to be.
Yeah.
And to me, it goes back to also self-awareness. And I'm like, so who are you doing this for? I used to ask myself those things. You don't want to be angry, but you are. You don't want to be, you don't want to feel, you just want to be, let me be bubbly, but you're not bubbly. You're not.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where the numbness for me came in, where the emotions were too much that I had to just be like, okay, let me die inside, but look calm. But I'm unlearning that as well.
Yeah.
I'm unlearning that. I think in our society, it's also very difficult to show such emotions, especially feelings. We are expected to always be smiling.
Have it all together.
Yeah. And I believed that, I believed that I was still always, I'll figure it out. I'll do this. And it is nice. Sometimes it's when I'm down, I'm like, Sandrine, you always figure it out. And it's nice. But it's not always the truth. It's okay to also fail.
Yeah.
There's a whole, I don't know, people define failures. You're done. There's shame to it. And in our society, there's lots of shame.
A lot.
And lots of shame to so many things. If I start a business and I decide to try another one, then that means
You failed.
you failed.
Yeah.
If I,
And the shame comes from perception.
Yes.
If you do it by yourself, okay, you're gonna feel some type of way. You're going to pick yourself back up, hopefully, But then the issue comes in where, oh my God, they saw me do this.
They saw me do this. And that is going to be projected to them. They're actually going to see.
Yeah.
And there's shame around so many things. And I feel like we shouldn't be ashamed to try. We shouldn't be ashamed to fail. Like, why is it not okay? Why is it always okay to just read? There is two sides to things.
Absolutely. It's also unrealistic to expect wins every time.
But that's the word, you see? Capitalism and all.
Uh-huh.
And it convinces you that you are a winner. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And it's all good. Actually, do believe in yourself for you to create or for you to be able to do other things that I know. But it doesn't. When you try and fail, you're stoned. Stone. Boo. Tomatoes, People are booing. The people in your head, they are the worst.
Yeah.
And I think that is, I want to just be still at some point.
Yeah. I wish you still.
Thank you for that acceptance. What do you think about, for you, like the community? Do you think you have a community? Of course I have your community.
100%. Yes.
I'm there. But, is there like a community that is actually, you're grounded? Are you grounded?
Yeah. Yeah. And I love and appreciate all my communities because it's like more than just one. Different friend groups, different people who you share different interests with. But we have to, at least I'm realizing we have to remember they're also going through so sometimes I might need them and they're not going to be able to show up fully. They'll show up, the best way they know how. But I'm also learning to show up for myself in a way that doesn't feel like I need them, like I'm suffocating them, like, hey, be there for me. And I don't know if it's like an act of love towards them or I'm, once again, closing myself off. I'm not figuring that out. But yeah.
I think it could also be your whole phase of acceptance.
Yeah.
You're accepting yourself. You're also learning about yourself.
Yeah.
it's still good to have a community, but it's also good to extend grace to them. They are human.
100%.
You're going through it, they're also going through it.
Yeah.
I think it's also, I think it's a misconception where I have friends and they have to show. But that's not how it works. It's not how it works. We have friends that are going to be very strong or appear strong,
Mhm.
and they're going to show you that, yo, I'm here. They're always there for you. But you find that in most cases, they're the ones that actually need, help or you the most.
Yeah.
That's why I really believe it. You pour into me, I pour into you.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you need? I want to ask you that same question. Do you feel like you're grounded? You have a community that's there?
I think it keeps changing. For me, I don't have like different types of groups, but I have a community. Like this is going to be very interesting. The way that I think I am is if we're having a conversation, me and you. So if I'm with Tecla is here, we talk about life, talk about career, talk about these things. There's another one, Tecla, who's going to be you, in the family, in the vehicle time, all these things, yeah. And I think community to me is the soul of that person, but also myself. How do I live myself to you? So I think I'm grounded on that, and even in myself, by allowing myself to be with them. I've had friends that really experienced me to the core, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
I've had friends, there are friends that are there, talk in maybe 6 months, and it's nice, it's fine. Back then, I used to think if you don't talk on almost every day, then you're not my friend.
Yeah.
But now, that's also the grace I'm talking about. If I can't show up for those 6 months, why am I expecting you, to?
Yeah.
You can still live and be there for each other in so many other ways. So I think I have a community, and I love my community. It's very diverse. I think I love the diversity of it.
Yeah.
It's like a little kingdom, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
So I like it. But I like to say that sometimes, because of they say this about myself, there are moments where I feel alone. And I'm learning that is also okay. And I realize that in those moments, it's usually when you just want to be alone. But so goes back to like childhood, how someone grows up, all these games.
Yeah.
It goes back to that. So I'm trying to let them know when I'm down, so that I can have my space. I used to use the word recharge. I think I said it even earlier, but nowadays it's not necessarily recharging. I just want to, honestly, I just want to sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe to avoid thinking, or,
Turn the brain off.
yeah, turn the brain off. I really want to actually watch it. I would be dying, whatever.
Like just for a few hours.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a community. I also saw the beauty of like the growth of each person. Like it was not just me who was growing, it was also them. The conversations that we're having last year are the same conversations that we're having now.
Yeah.
The jokes that we're making, the intentionality. I think I'm intentional, you tell me.
You are.
Yeah. So I would like to attract people that are also intentional in friendships. And I love it. I love seeing that. I love seeing someone who would, be like, no, I don't care about that. Actually coming to me, like checking on me. It's nice. It feels good. You're like, oh, they are growing. I'm seeing something here.
Yeah.
They're letting some things go. That's very interesting. And it sounds like you're judging them. You know, sometimes it sounds like you're judging them, but it's not. I'm just appreciating that, oh, there's growth. And I know they are seeing growth also on my side. These are the people that are going to sit me down and be like, Leon, you messed up this time. You did. And I'm going to listen and apologize and be like, yeah. But I'm also not going to hold back.
Yeah.
I used to hold back. I used to hold back in fear that I'm going to lose people. Fear of abandonment. Which was attached to the letting go that you were talking about.
Yeah.
I was so fearful of, oh my goodness, I'm not going to have people around me. What's going to happen to me? But I think that phase of acceptance that you talked about and stillness gives you more power in yourself to be like, you know what, I'm going to attract people, but it's also okay. You are always going to find people.
Yeah.
There's
8 billion people.
You know,
Yeah.
you are always going to find people. There are people out there.
Yeah.
And of course, I lost some people. And it was hard to deal with some friendships but it's a whole phase. And it's okay.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. I used to think that if I don't agree with we have like a fallout with a friend, then it's crazy. But it's not, it's okay. It's okay.
It's outgrowing.
Yeah, it's outgrowing. I think there are also some people that are saying the same thing about me, you know, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. The community is very important. Very and nice.
Yeah.
And annoying. Oh my goodness, they annoy me. Yeah, but necessary. And I think I'm very annoying also as well. But it's necessary. Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
I think I'm in that phase.
Yeah.
Challenging at times, but nice. Guys, I'm very emotional.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to the end of this, but before we finish, we do have a little surprise for Sandrine. It is a flower bouquet from Nady's Bouquet, a woman-owned brand that embodies so many different qualities we admire. Thank you to Nady's Bouquet for partnering with us throughout this series and for helping us show gratitude to Sandrine for her support and for her presence.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. I'm low. You're welcome.
We've come to the end of this beautiful conversation, but though it's over, there's a lot from it that I'm going to take home with me and reflect on. Like, how do you show up for yourself in order to show up for your community? How do you heal and stay true to yourself in a world that keeps trying to commodify how we all look and all feel and all act? How do you replenish yourself enough to have enough for yourself and for your people? And how do you honor each cycle as it comes? Because not every day is perfect. I'll leave you with those questions too, to think about. And maybe let us know what you think in the comments. Bye bye, until next time.